are designers of solutions and apps for the brands, and we help people to manage their packaging process and publish the content. So, as you probably know, we do that with software. We're a software company based out of the Germany, South Germany, across the border from France, in Kiel. And we do that since quite a number of years, as a matter of fact. So many years, as a matter of fact, that our brand is, probably close to 30 years. We became a brand as well, and we are actually showing it at every opportunity, whether it's promotional, whether it's in 3D renderings like this, or whether it's at one of the latest trade show you may have seen our truck, which was Drupa last year in Düsseldorf. So going through the pain of producing our own packaging, our own displays, our own wrapping, our own magazine, our own boxes, our own consumer goods, like the bottle of water, we learn actually to go through the pains of the brands themselves. And there's no better example than this picture, for instance, taken on Drupa last year. This is just on the side of our truck. And if you see on the left-hand side, we have our friend from Airbus Industries, user our solution since many, many years. And on the right-hand side, Pierre Fabre Cosmetics, two companies that we actually serve since a number of years with software solutions. And a brand, as you know, like Pierre Fabre will tell you, is not just about packaging. Packaging is one of the components, but when you're a brand, you also have to think about display for your point of sales. You have to think about collateral and print in general, outside of the packaging world. You have to think of video, and you have to think of promotional one way or the other. So there are many things to manage at the same time. And I compare it a little bit to the times where you would take, a few hours to hook up a printer. I'm sure a few people in this room can remember the days where hooking up a printer was actually quite complex. But today I don't remember actually if I spent more than 5 minutes on my last hooking up of a printer. Well, the same thing is happening to packaging. And we are here to demystify actually what packaging is actually all about. Because a brand will start caring about this before it will care about the packaging. The brand is actually today going to worry about selling things online because it's quicker, more efficient than actually to put the goods in a box on a display in the shelf of a retailer. So because we worry about the data since the very inception of that data, and in particular for those pictures, we have learned actually to cover the entire spectrum. And that would, for instance, be one of the websites of one of the latest Band-Aid-like company, where basically those people are doing asset management, and through the asset management are helping actually their entire organization to search, find, retrieve the goods that they are going to need to produce, packaging-wise or else, for the next campaign they are going through. That actually is quite easy to access. It's all HTML5. You can get it from any browser. You can get it from your mobile, from your tablets. And all of a sudden, the entire process of producing a package is not complex anymore. And everybody actually think of it as just another piece of marketing. And that is basically what took us on that journey. This is actually what I like to describe as the supply chain pyramid in our industry. We do not make any distinction between the real people that just doing packaging and the others are doing pre-media, because as a matter of fact, we all serve the same people at the top of that pyramid, which basically are the brand owners. And in that journey, actually, we've learned to put our system to use in front all of the users of that supply chain. And this is the reason why you will find, along on that same display, well-known brands from the comic industry out of Brussels, for instance. If you open one of the comic books in Brussels, there's a good chance you'll find our logo on the second page. In the same way you will actually open a box of medication or something like that, you may actually look at something that was validated with the same software than the rest. So it's all the same things we're working on. And while I like to say that we've been going full circle in this industry in serving all these different layers alike, as a matter of fact, our journey as a company goes in this direction. And the reason why it goes in this direction is because our tools are being given actually as review and approval tools to many people in that supply chain, which actually learn how easy actually review, annotate, validate can be. And they bring the same solution into their companies today. So for us, software in that industry is all about helping brands to control packaging and marketing together, because packaging is just another component of marketing. So helping people find the smartest solution for brand to manage the packaging process and publish the content. Now, there are multiple challenges when you look at it from a packaging service provider, and you may be a printer, you may be a pre-media company working in that arena. You will retrieve actually the different channels along those lines. It has to do with possibly increase the number of SKUs you're producing without increasing actually your cost. It has to do with organize, edit, and share all the content of your brand asset or the brand asset you manage for others. It has to do with managing the marketing campaign as a whole, personalize your packaging online, smart packaging, or those packaging where you can actually scan, a code and actually land onto a web service that will give you additional information, manage 3D and augmented reality, and basically allow a measurement of the return of investment and performance with advanced KPI that ultimately can serve to the brand. If you look at it from the brand standpoint, it basically the design of the packaging, where you need consistency with your with the rest of your brand. You have to face the blurring role of the brick and mortar industry and the online shopping. If you want a good example of it, it's actually the acquisition from Amazon of Whole Food. That is a perfect example of what's happening in this industry. The online retailer are now getting in the brick and mortar business. You have to offer an online experience that is consistent. You have to support personalization and smart packaging to accompany your user, and you have to create brand loyalty with special edition, new size and new design. So all in all you want from the brand perspective is looking at your packaging as something that is not complex. I took the comparison with a printer that you had to connect of PC or Macs actually in the past, which would be quite complicated. Today it's a breeze. I mean, it even operates wireless. Well, same thing happened in the packaging industry. Creating a package becomes a commodity. There are people that will still tell you, yeah, of course, you need trapping, you need special colors and varnish and all these things. Well, you know what? There are a lot of good software around that master and manage all that. So let's look at packaging as a component of your marketing campaign. So you need a solution that basically allows to close the gap between your ERPs and your graphic art world. And we intend to be the system that closes that gap. ES5 today is able to help you manage a campaign as a whole. It helps you to digitally manage your assets and to manage the packaging in the same way you would manage the collateral, or in the same way you would manage any element of a display at a point of sales. It will allow you process management, artwork, lifecycle management, data and graphics management, 3D augmented reality. There's nothing easier in ES than to link a 3D and a 2D together, and to do online personalization with advanced KPIs to measure ROI and performance. So packaging marketing together, finally, eventually, this is actually what we are bringing today to the industry with a version ES5. You're all welcome to take a look at our booth, which you can find, because it will be the booth that displays the coolest package you will find. This is a very nice bottle of water that can be actually extracted from that package pretty originally, doing just this sort of things. And all this designed with our software, so you will also get the bottle, which we have designed in 3D and then created. You will find the label, which has been following the same tracks. You will find a magazine that talks about the bottles and everything else. And if you are looking for us, you can actually take a look on that URL, labelexpo.dalim.com, and find, again, a video explaining quite extensively what I just summarized in front of you today. I thank you very much for your attention, and I'm open for questions. The existing world of packaging design basically works today on the PDF standardization bandwagon. I know you are involved in all those committees that are actually defining those standards. So today, storing into ES an original file, storing an Adobe component, including keeping all the links of the different images that may be inside. All this is possible through the plugins that we had also developed by Silicon Publishing. You may have followed that part as well. And basically, you may actually keep into ES everything you would keep onto other systems simply as a file system.